my people. Should we tell her? No, let's not tell her. Anyways, you guys know I don't like to gossip, so here goes nothing. But Nigerian First Lady, former Senator Remi tinubu, was here in the US with the hope of meeting with President Trump. Once again, one of their tactics in trying to convince Trump that it is not just Christians that are being killed. You guys know that my mother is a pastor, right? As in, who better to talk to Trump than a pastor? Anyways, she was here, and I guess she didn't get an audience with Trump. At least till now, we have not seen any picture of her and Trump. So I don't think that she actually met with Trump, but they allowed her to enter the prayer breakfast. The prayer breakfast here is a big gathering. You have thousands of pastors. Altogether, you can have like 3,500 to 4,000 total guests attending the national prayer breakfast here in America. You have pastors, you have politicians, you have diplomats, all kinds of religious leaders, you have international delegates and so on. So it's not like a small gathering, it's a big gathering. So that is where Madam was allowed to go, of course, where Trump would be as well. And while they were at the prayer breakfast, Trump was told that Nigerian First Lady is here for housing. And I don't think he met with her, but it was nice to recognize her during the prayer breakfast to say Nigerian First Lady is here. And you guys know Trump, he likes to exaggerate things when he's talking. So then anyway, he said that she's a respectable woman. I'm not saying that she's not. I'm not saying that if Trump praises somebody, believe it at your own expense.
But we're honored to be joined today by the First Lady of Nigeria, who also happens to serve as a Christian pastor at the largest church in Nigeria, a very respected woman. First Lady, please, where are you? Thank you very much. It's a great honor. Thank you very much. Very respected person, too. Thank you.
But for some reason, Madam was psyched when Trump said that she's a respectable woman. This woman went on Facebook, wrote an epistle about how most Nigerian politicians are respected abroad. I was like, say what? The devil is liar. Yes, man. What are you talking about? Like, respected by who? This woman actually thinks that Trump respects her. But Yami, don't worry. Don't worry, mommy, in case you're watching. I'm here to defend you. Because I know Nigerians, they're already talking, baby. They're writing all kinds of things online. Anyway, she went online, she wrote an epistle. She said most of our leaders are highly respected and honored abroad. Yet, many Nigerians fail to value what they have. Why don't you guys value your politicians? This is my problem, Nigerians. You refuse to value what you have. You do not value Alhaji Bola Ahmed. You do not value the First Lady. You do not value... Who else is there to value? All these politicians, you guys refuse to value them. Madam is complaining that Nigerians fail to value what they have. And you know what she said? She said because of hatred and the narratives planted in their minds by political paymasters. Hey God, which have also hardened their heart. Who has hardened your heart, Nigerians? Who has hardened your heart? Who are the political paymasters that have hardened your heart? And then she said that they bully these leaders. Are you guys bullying your leaders? They speak ill of them, they demean them, they curse them, they even seize upon their mistakes to drag them across social media. So they're just making mistakes. So those of you that are talking bad about politicians, it's just a mistake. But yet you guys are dragging them on social media, ridiculing and mocking them publicly. Publicly, she said. And then she ended by saying, let us come together to support our respected leaders and work hand in hand with them to make our country great. Who snap? You don't mean it? You don't mean it?
President Trump recognized me. Who would have thought that would happen, to even say the least? So when you look at that, I'm getting global recognition in all of it, despite, and that is what life is all about. If something is going to be good, it will come from, the rebels.
Sorry, should we tell her? Should we tell her? Anyways, the funny thing is, this same weekend, a popular host of a show called Washington Watch, his name is Tony Perkins. This is a Republican show, by the way, So on his show, this man interviewed Congressman Chris Smith. He's also a Republican congressman. This is someone that has been speaking out a lot about what is happening in Nigeria, by the way. Anyway, so this man interviewed the congressman, and this is what happened.
A situation like in Nigeria, where more Christians have been killed there than anywhere else in the world. And you have a government in Nigeria that practices denial, a culture of denial. No, nothing to see here. They even hired DCI, a big firm here in DC.
The First Lady was here. She was here this week,
yeah.
And in fact, they wanted to come on the program to talk about religious freedom. And I said, I'm not going to give them. I'm happy to meet with anybody.
Same here.
But I'm not going to give them a platform to cover up what they're doing in Nigeria.
And that's just what it is, a massive cover-up.
Mommy, what's that? Emma no, you know me, I'm always on your side. So they turned you down for a radio show in America. But you are lecturing Nigerians. I'm sorry. But you are lecturing Nigerians on how their leaders are respected abroad. Mommy, what's that? Why did you come clean? You did that somewhere that they did not allow you on a radio show.
In fact, they wanted to come on the program to talk about religious freedom. And I said, I'm not going to give them. I'll meet with them. I'm happy to meet with anybody.
Same here.
But I'm not going to give them a platform to cover up what they're doing in Nigeria.
And that's just what it is, a massive cover-up. You know, I met with a big delegation that came in, and it went for almost 2 hours. And the Attorney General of Nigeria said that this Bishop Anabe, who I had at 2 of my hearings,
Right.
you were there.
He was
you
testified
know,
right next to me.
right next to you, a wonderful man. He said, "Oh, he's a liar." And I said, "Whoa, stop that!" You know.
So the Attorney General of Nigeria called one of the witnesses a liar.
And then they always do the thing, well, my wife's a Christian, or I'm a Christian, or my husband. You know, it's like, don't tell me that. What is happening as churches are being firebombed, people are being killed in cold blood, you know, abductions, which is very, very big there in Nigeria, of Christians especially, but others, but especially Christians.
This man went into how Nigerian politicians like to say, well, my wife is a pastor, which is what the president says. You guys know the First Lady is a pastor of Mrs. In fact, when Trump introduced her, he said the pastor of the biggest church in Nigeria. Oh shit. So Americans are no longer deceived by this whole narrative of Tinubu is Muslim, his wife is Christian. It doesn't mean anything here. Mommy, in case you're watching, you know me, you know I'm always on your side. These Nigerians, I don't know what their problem is. I don't know why they don't respect their leaders. But me, I just have one advice for you. Me, I think personally, I think this is what Americans actually think of you. Don't be deceived by what Trump said at that prayer breakfast. Believe Trump at your own expense. If he sees the Obamas today, he will not do anyhow. He will say he respects them. Maybe when they met, he spoke highly of them. Have you not seen the video that he posted this last weekend of the Obamas? Unless you are under the rock, which is basically the pinnacle of racism. I am so sorry, Nigerian First Lady, but I think you've been deceived. I think you've been scammed. So Nigerians, let me know what you guys think. Do you agree that Nigerian politicians are highly respected abroad, like the First Lady said? Do you think it's just the enemies of progress that are trying to spoil the names of Nigerian politicians, like the First Lady said? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like I said, me, I don't gossip. Let me face my front. Subscribe if you are yet to. All right, y'all. Peace.
Well, for all I care, if they like, let them get international recognitions. If they like, let them not get international recognitions for whatsoever praises they feel like they are having. Anyways, let them just fix Nigeria. Nigerian leaders should please fix Nigerians. Fix Nigerians for Nigerians. Fix the country. Fix the country. Fix the road. Fix the public health centers, hospitals, and all of that. The amenities, what we needed in this, we have the resources, we have the manpower, we have everything. Fix the country. Fix the country. That is what we're just asking of the leader. Whether she has international recognition, whether she have access to meet Donald Trump, whether Donald Trump praise her or not, they should come back and fix what they're supposed to fix in this country. I think that is what most important. Nigerian leaders should stop, gallivanting and then going about trying to seek international recognition again. Let them sit down in their home and fix the country. Get it right. Fix this country. Know what you're doing. Fix the country for the innocent citizens that are suffering. Citizens are going around. We understand they are still trying to cover up genocide. And they know that, yes, it is happening. The issue now is that it's not only Christian. It's only Christian. It's Muslim and Christian. Is this? Why pushing all this narrative? Do we really need all this narrative right now? So they should just go ahead and fix this country. They can go ahead and get the international recognitions or whatsoever. You can't be having international recognition. Why at home? You are not being recognized. You are not being recognized at home. You are not being respected at home. I remember the last time, it was a nursing student that gave her that song. Now our mama be this, so we not get another one. We all saw what happened there. It was humiliating. It was embarrassing. It was a shameful thing. Why? Because they are not fixing the country. I don't mean they are fixing the country. I don't mean truly they are what they are. Of course, everybody would have been very, very happy to sing along with the MC when that song was raised. So Nigerians leader, fix the country.